So if you guys have been watching my videos for a while on YouTube, like you'll know that he started off, the song starts off very like it almost sounds menacing, but low energy, almost. But he starts off very strong character and energy, and which is perfect if to hook the audience. Again, it goes back into answer the question, why should I watch you? Within the first 5 seconds. It goes the same for YouTube. It goes the same for live shows, like especially or TV or even movies. You have to give an immediate reason to hook the audience, to find a way to make them care. And you can either do that with a high energy movement for dance, like a backflip, a stunt, because that'll definitely be like, whoa, because you're starting off with shock and awe. And we love that. We love, like, humans, like in terms of entertainment, like mainstream entertainment, love that. But for this, like we're talking about artists who need to sing, like how do we hook them in? And the best way to go about that is strong stage presence, strong character, because now it seems like, at least from this view, like as an audience member, I'm like, oh, I'm watching, like, almost feels like I'm watching a super villain or a character just like walking into the room and planning something out. What's going on, everyone? This is our new Timber Tantrum shirt. This is our crew neck, and this is our hoodie. This is in the front, this is in the back for everything. And along with getting either of these, you get these cute little buttons, photos of our photo cards of our members. And if you get 1, 2, or all of them, you get forever discounts for our upcoming shows. Supplies are limited. Get yours soon. So, again, go nice start with like the first, I'd say 5 seconds, 10 seconds. Then they switch it up after that, like by 15 seconds in, they don't necessarily do a crazy movement, but they do a crazy formation change where everyone essentially is here from, like, everyone from stage right goes to stage left and vice versa. And it's a simple, like, walking dance transition because they're walking and they're doing a kind of a shoulder roll. But because there's so much, it feels chaotic and big. Though it's one of those formation changes that are simple and effective. I'd say the hard thing about this is they have to keep their attention to the front. See how he's looking to the front, looking to the front, looking to the front. He has the benefit of looking in front of him because he's walking the same direction. The people who are walking backwards, it's a little tough because they had to use their eyes and their peripheral visions to make sure they're not bumping into people, which also makes sense why he is slightly forward, and him as well. So it looks like they already have like preset lines staggered so that way they can just walk straight and not bump into anyone. Yeah, because one of the things that they don't show often is dealing with traffic with formation changes, which is one of the biggest pains in the ass because sometimes you end up having to modify your choreography, or you just have to figure out a pathway, or sometimes you're pushing it in terms of like, I would like to get there by, for example, by 1 or by 3 in terms of the counts, but I guess I'll just try to be there by 4, you know, if that makes sense in terms of, like, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in terms of counts, in terms of dancing. Woo! Love how this is a very big group, but it's also, they're keeping all the choreography the same because sometimes when it comes to big groups, people like to take advantage of dynamics and effects. Like, meaning sometimes they would like to do like, okay, this group starts off, and then center group starts off. But what I like the fact that since it's a big group, and then the fact that they're going all together, is you see the impact of how epic, and like you just feel the scale, because there's not just 3 like or 4 arms. It's you see a whole ass army. Like, so let me just block this out. For example, let's just get the center group. You see that? Just like this small group versus the whole group. there's like, again, there is power in numbers, but it does potentially make things a little bit more complicated depending on what you're trying to do. This is what I was saying in the reaction. They really do a good job bringing your attention in. The artists right here, boom, and then they do something. They do something a little different to change it, to break the pattern from the choreography. A little bit of character, pull you in, boom, curtain reveal. Look what's happening. Again, surprise and delight, because they hit it, and then boom, it's a dance scare because there's more dancing, there's more performing. Like how they're doing this heel toe. Oh no, are they doing the butterfly kick? I think is it a butterfly kick or the butterfly? Yeah, it is the butterfly. Or is it the happy feet? The thing with some dances too is that it get some moves in terms of names. There's a lot of overlap in some of them. Because I know there's in housing, there's the shuffle, but also it can get confusing for shuffling, the dance. So, but yeah, this is what he was doing. You guys can see it. So he's not doing the heel toe the whole way, but you know, that's still the move. Get a guitar footwork. I've never heard get a guitar footwork. Oh yeah, okay, it's a get a guitar footwork. It does look like it is. It definitely does look like that. Get a guitar rise footwork. Okay, I could definitely see that. I'd say it definitely looks like get a guitar, but but the footwork definitely looks more like, also looks like the butterfly, but the way they're using their hands definitely looks like that as well. I'm appreciative. Like, I think I don't know much about it, but I feel like there's a lot of choreography lately has had a lot of like either Latin or Afro inspiration into it. I could be wrong because I have zero knowledge on both styles, but it just seems like it because it's different from obviously the stuff that I got used to, that I was used to growing when I was learning. I'm still learning. Again, great curtain reveal. And I get the reason I say that is because there's like this movement right here, da da ba da ba boom boom, these types of movements. That's why I feel like, because that's like the different, at least the style of hip hop choreography or commercial choreography, however people define it nowadays. That's very different from what I was used to and was trained in. Again, great curtain reveal and showcasing them essentially orbiting around him. Oh wow! Hold on, let me see. All right, if you're liking the video, would appreciate it if you check out the Patreon, where you get early access to content like this and access to exclusive reactions like Street Dance Girls Fighter, Street Woman Fighter, World Streetman Fighter, all the Street Fighter series, and everything else that we are unable to share on YouTube because of copyright. And I just simply have not made the time to edit it for YouTube, because editing content for YouTube takes time. You got to figure out what will get you in trouble, what won't get you in trouble, what audio, how do you what percentage of the screen of the video can you have. Don't have to worry about that on Patreon. So go check it out. See you guys there. It's one of those things, from my perspective, it seemed like she was getting up faster because I was able to see her knees actually get up, and actually I could actually see her legs, versus everyone. Like, this is one of those simple like color theory type of things, because the fact that they're all dark, like when it's lights and darks, like if it's darker, it's gonna get pushed back in terms of the visual, you receiving it. So that's why I saw the light skin like come up real quick, and then she is actually up pretty fast. Boom. So, but still, even though the counts, everyone's about there. Sorry. Oof. These grooves are big again, big and aggressive. Boom. Step, side, back. This choreography is really hard. There's a lot of flow. Like it's not angular movements. It's not like a 1 2 1 2. Like, it's like they're not just doing that, but they're doing very intricate, faster grooves, because there's a lot of flow and there's not a whole lot of like breaks in between the shapes, because everything is flowing immediately one after the other. Again, going to this example, if I'm like doing a simple thing like finger tap, ba ba ba. Okay, we're doing 1, 2, 3. But this one, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Where's the 1 and the 2 and the 3? You gotta hit it at certain parts. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 versus 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 distinct shapes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and now add it to the whole body, and adding a whole level of kind of like aggression into it can make it a little harder, because the risk is maybe making it a little messy. But again, depending on the group, that seems like the most important thing for them is just the energy and the individuality. Cleanliness and a little bit of messiness depends on the choreography or what the song is, like on what you envision. Let your vision dictate what you put out there. Oof. Nice, like musicality writing the lyrics, but also like a lot of power, controlled, contained power. Like, see that point down? He could go way more intense if he wanted to, but way more contained. Da da boom. Yeah, these are very big, fun, like dynamic movements, and really fun to watch as an audience member. Like, part of me just wants to be like, just let it go off, like go and really kill the moves. But I just feel like it just would take away too much and also be exhausting. Like that yeah, boom, that simple moment, boom boom, da da da. Simple footwork here, because it's so subtle from this view and also up there because we're very far. It's not exactly a big silhouette, and I just wanted to give that some like love in terms of the musicality. Ba 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 ba, and then quick and chill and go. Nice like switch up right there. I hurt my neck on that. Boom, da 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 da, and go, da da da. Love the like just the changes. Now go text changes again. Da 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 da. Charging up, going to what, center stage, but down here it almost looks like he's up, like almost to the front. Nice formation change, man. It's hard to tell. It looks like a 3, 2, 3. It's a reverse pyramid. But go into this aisle, give them a moment as the crew. Boom, rotate into back to that reverse pyramid. I like how they had to actually pan the camera to stage left. Great use of just the stage, because the downside with the curtain reveals is that it keeps your eye here the whole time. As people leave, your attention stays here. So it's a great use of the floor spacing and use of the floor, using the dancers and performers. But I like how it goes from here, then brings your eye here. It makes your audience feel a little bit more involved, because it's like, oh, what's going on over there? So it does add a nice way of using the floor visually in terms of leading the eye. Jump. Whew. Heel toe, jump and travel. Jesus Christ. They're working. Jump. No, prep and jump down. And shouts out to these girls here, because it doesn't seem far, but having to dance and make it to your spot in a certain count, because when you're traveling with your formations, there's a time constraint. It's not like you have a whole ass 8 count. 2 and 3, 4. So they had 4 counts to switch. So I just appreciate like when people have to go from one side to the other side of the stage, or from upstage to downstage, just while dancing, or even and also sing, because it takes a lot of work to hit your mark on time. This whole place almost feels like an abandoned warehouse or their lair. The way it kind of looks like. So, like an underground lair. Again, another simple curtain reveal. Boom, separate. Hey. Jesus Christ. Get that friggin' note, man. 6, 7, 8, go. I love that. So I said in the reaction, it goes into the chorus, which is hype, but the fact that they decide to just pose and stand there and hold their like presence, like I think is hype itself. Because that moment just reminds me of like when Michael Jackson performed for the Super Bowl, and he just stood there for 5 minutes and people passed out. And it's so cool. If you have that essence and having that confidence, just stand there and to hold it, woo, it's hype. It's somehow like being still brings the energy. Ooh, okay. This looks like a semblance of a moonwalk here. Albeit it's not a very convincing or clean moonwalk. Oh, he's got it. Look at that. Boom, he's on the tip of his toe. But because the hard thing with moonwalking is you got just an amount of pressure that you have to push and pull your leg back, and then also keeping your upper body from bouncing, because there's a natural bounce when you walk. So you can't do that. So you have to keep your bodies like this is from what how I learned it. Like, and you have to keep your knees a little slightly bent, because you don't want to do like this kind of motion when you're doing it. At least that's how I remember learning it. I haven't done the moonwalk in a while because I feel like it was one of those things as a dancer, like, oh, can you do a moonwalk? And I just did not like doing it anymore because it was just that experience. It just felt like a dancing monkey trick. Yeah, can you moonwalk in combat using grippy soles? I mean, I believe you can. Like, if there's a will, there's a way. I've been able to do like a double, like a pirouette or whatever, like on rug. But so if there's a will, there's a way. But in terms of, I don't know. I would only assume that they have so much time to tech on stage if they have a tech. So they just got to make do with what they got. I love this part because it feels like I hear like that little bit of dun, dun, dun. I feel like this is what I would, which goes really well with how they're writing that. Boom, 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 that, because it feels this very big and slow movement. The fun part of that is it's visually pleasing in terms of the silhouette, in terms of their shape, but it's also like not a 1 2 1 2. It's not fast. They really take their time and kind of like, I don't know, something about like repetitive movements going to being mesmerizing, which makes you kind of draw you in a little bit more, because every time you change silhouettes, it's almost like a reset of like new information, new information, new information. Love the depth that they're having here. The fact that they're using that much space is fantastic. It's cool here that it works in, because it gives so much depth. Like we have foreground, background. It does a nice job of kind of hiding them, but it also makes you feel like, at least from in film perspective, it makes you feel like you're in scene. There's like, what's happening, what's going on. Again, another great curtain reveal. This felt like a battle rock right here. Ba. That definitely felt like a battle rock or an up rock. Ba. Battle rock, down, out, kick out, boom, kick, round. Ooh, that's tight. I like that. It's not breaking, but it's like, it's pretty sick footwork. And kick, round, step, up. Nice. That was dope. Woo, he's going off right now. Look at that. I would say it's like, it's still breaking in a sense, but it doesn't feel like a usual like breaking footwork pattern. Definitely more it, but I would still say consider it breaking. Oof, this footwork. See, it's hard to tell because the footwork for pick up the guitar and butterfly look exactly the same to me right now. 1 and 2, but it looks really great. This like this, it's not just the footwork that they're doing, but there's a lot of action they're layering on top of the groove. So, yeah, I love when the grooves are layered with other movements because that's the fun part about it. Because again, because since I'm sitting down right now, let's just do a simple arm wave as a groove because it's repetitive, it's chill, but I can go I can just do that, or as I'm doing this, I can go with I can layer it with something else. I don't know if I do it looks good, or I can turn it. Different execution or different ways of like taking the bass, I'd say groove, and then layering it. Sick. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy the reaction. You can check it out over here.